Okay, what is up, y'all? My name is Nick. It is time for roll coverage. Hopefully you guys are ready for this. It's not going to be anything too crazy today. I tried so hard to do the all-22 breakdown of both Jalon Walker and Mykel Williams yesterday here live on stream, but of course in the middle of my live stream, it's taken down. Apparently you can't show college all-22 because CBS hates that. Tried showing the parts of the Texas game, both the conference game as well as the conference championship game, both of which YouTube does not like. So to make our lives a little bit easier today I'm just doing a quick 7-round mock draft. I'm actually going to do a 3-round to start, but there's some other information I kind of want to give you guys, okay? So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to bust this baby open, and we're going to go to Twitter. There's a certain person that I need to go find. His name is Edgar. Edgar's that dude. Trying to see who else I was following. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is honestly one of my most interested items, okay? So he's been keeping this together. I'm going to open it in a new tab. Okay, so this is a shout out of private 30 visits, pro day visits, local visits, reported interest, and so much more. Obviously, when we look in the first round, Tetaroa seems to be the big consensus for us. Obviously, Bryce Young does need some help out on the outside. T-Mac is absolutely able to do that, but whether or not he is worth that premium at 8 overall pick is something completely separate. Some people have him dropping into the 20s, and if that's the case, I would absolutely much prefer to trade back. Obviously, that second pick or the third pick, I apologize, at 74 is going to be another interesting place. And then depending on how you keep going down the list, there's so much more. When it comes to that first tier of people, there's something I actually want you guys to understand. Now, actually, I'm going to have to find it. I don't even think I put it on screen. Nope, I'm sitting here looking at nothing. Haven't even shown you guys nothing yet. So let me find the thing that I'm trying to find. Pretty sure I bookmarked it. I didn't bookmark it. No, I did. I bookmarked a bunch of stuff, but nothing that I need. Okay, I need to find... something interesting. He had a beautiful graphic that he posted about 2 weeks ago when it comes into the idea of where Carolina is actually looking. Let's see. I'm so close to it. Any second it will pop up and then I could put it up on screen. I just don't feel like getting in trouble by showing some of these other items. Especially after getting my stream shut down yesterday. What a pain in the ass that was. Okay. Let me close this. Let's put this up. Okay, here we go. Now I'm finally getting in here. Let me actually zoom this out a little bit. Oh, just a tiny bit. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. Okay, here's the graphic. Oops. 8 of the 9 Panthers draft picks had a 30 or a local visit. The only one is not Jamie Robinson. So obviously this is the last 2 years. This is since, I mean, the Bryce Young trade was obviously not during Dan Morgan's tenure, but we get the idea. Xavier Legette, Jonathan Brooks, Trevin Wallace, Jatavian Sanders. So let's go look at these 30 or local visits. So 30 visit, Tet, Shamar, Walter Nolan, Ezeraku. Now I am of the idea that I hate Ezeraku as a player on this team. I think he could be somebody interesting, but he would have to be a mid-second round player for me to even think about it. If I could maybe think about taking him at 57, I would. But to be honest, there's somebody else in that second tier that I like more that we're going to get to here in a second. One of the other items that he said, 30 or local visits. So one of that would be the other item. Jalen Walker was obviously a big one, and then Nick Emenwari. Reported interest obviously being Mykel Williams. That's been a big reported guy to us, but at 8, I truly don't feel like that is the pick to take Tetaroa. I don't feel like it's the pick to take Jalen Walker, and I don't feel like it's the pick to take Mykel Williams. I would much rather trade us somewhere back a little bit farther. So for that reason, we're going to start this, and I'm going to try and start our first. We're going to do PFF for this one, and we're going to start with this. I'm allowed to do trades. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. So let's go down here and look at this. We're going to go slow. And we're just going to hit start draft. Boom. Let's go. Let's figure out how we're rebuilding this team. Again, 8, 57, 74. PFF does kind of go like, there's no way they're taking Ashton Jeanty there. If they did, that would be bananas. Jade Barron. Yeah, this isn't even good. Bro, I'm about to see what the hell is wrong with this. This is not good. Random. I don't want any of that. You know what? We're going to come back over here. I'm going to do a 3-rounder on this one, and then we'll just flip it and do a 7-rounder because I do not like how that's drafting. Let's hit... Okay, it's already going. Let's see. Travis Hunter, that would be right. Shadur, I do agree with that. Abdul Carter falling to the Jaguars. That would be an amazing pick. So let's see this. 20, 51, 122, and a second. 25, 58, 2 seconds. And a Houston third. 58 still gets us in there. We go 5 picks back past that. This gives us more potential here. Now let's go back to this. So 122, that would put us in this area. I'd be able to grab one of these guys instead, or we might be able to trade up and get something else there. So if that's the case, man, this is a tough one. I'm probably going to take this one. We're going to reject the Houston trade, and I'm going to accept the Denver trade. Let Denver move up. Let us move back to 20, get 51, 122, and then I'm going to trade that 122 as well. Let me propose a trade. Let me look at my picks real quick. Oh, it's true. I can't trade the 122 or anything like that because I don't have it here. Propose a trade. Okay, you know what? Let's just play this out. Petarola ends up in division. Who else ends up in division? Jalon Walker ends up in division. Malachi Stark. So that's worst case scenario for us. And a cone. Ooh, move up a second. I'm not going to lie. To move back 2 spots for a second from the 49ers might be worth it. Or the Minnesota Vikings. I'm probably going to take... I think Adam Peters being gone is going to affect the 49ers quite a bit, if I'm going to be honest. I think he is a big architect of their team as a whole right now. So for this reason, I'm going to... They're going to come back with Aaron Rodgers and still suck. I'm going to go and I'm going to accept this 49ers. We're going to trade back 2 more. They take Tyler Booker. We're still able to get the guy that we want. Trade us back for a third. Trade us back 4 for a second. Ooh, that one's not bad. I'm going to accept this as well. Jahad Campbell, obviously we lose out on him. Michael Williams, Josh Simmons. I'm going to reject this. We are definitely picking here. Okay. So obviously, based on this, 8 of 9 draft picks, 30 for the local visit. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream to make sure it is still working. Again, yesterday's stream got dropped for some reason, and I do not understand why. Let me make this a little bigger. And then let me up here. Okay. I'm going to do this. Sorry, I just want to make sure that you guys can actually see my face. At least a little bit. Okay, so in here, we've obviously lost out on quite a bit. Actually, let me put this right here. Do this sideways. Put this over here. Okay. So with this, we have got Walter Nolan, who's been on a 30 visit. I love that. Egbuka's still here. Zabel scored. And to be honest, Egbuka. What are my picks? 26, 51, 57, 74. So I'm going to trade up into the second round with the Eagles. I'm going to give you guys 74, the Denver second next year, $122 and $140. Yep, I'm going to propose that. Let's see if we can get this done. Actually, let's see if we can just do that. 74 and a second, propose. Trade has been rejected. Okay, propose. Let's try and get this Eagles 32. I'm definitely going to go 74, a second, and then I'll give up these 2. Let's see if that is still rejected. Okay, I really want that first round pick from Philly. I really don't want to have to move into the top of the second, get that 5th round of control on whoever I really want. Oh, God, to be honest, I would love to get to there, or there, like somewhere in here, because then I know somebody else. You know what? Let's go to the Lions. I'm going to give you Carolina second, 74, 111, Carolina 5th, Carolina 7th for 28. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. I don't really know the amounts that we'd be getting on it right now, but He's still rejecting. Okay, we're just going to have to pick. I'm going to take Walter Nolan, if I'm going to be honest. Defensive line, effective 3 technique, valuable asset at his combine, top-notch pedigree. Gifted young prospect with production at a power 4 level simply doesn't often fall in or out of the first round. So I'm taking Walter Nolan. I don't think it's anything crazy here. Scorton, Pierce, Siobhan Ravel, Ezaraku. Oh, they took the guy I wanted. God damn it. Okay, so now this might be the trade here, okay? I'm going to trade with the Giants, actually. They got a quarterback. I'm willing to give up 74 Rams second. Still rejected. Wow, I really need to overpay, huh? Giants. Denver's going to be good. I'm going to think the Rams are going to be pretty decent next year. 140. Carolina 5th. Still rejected. Okay, I don't really have a choice. We have to pick here. Going based on our thing on the right, obviously we are looking at getting to our actual pick, first of all. Oh, seeing a lot of guys that I really like on here. The big one that already went, that's going to be a big one for us, is Schweisinger. I guess that's how you say his last name. He's going to be the linebacker that I really look up for us getting. If he's not there at the 57, he's going to a team that he's going to be able to do a lot at. And the fact that it's not my Carolina Panthers really hurts me quite a bit. One of the other things I also want you guys to think about, I'm not willing to trade back. 101, 120, that might be worth it to get back into this, get the 57. I'm going to reject this. Reject. Okay, let's go back over here. Let me actually just move Edgar over here for his stuff. Okay, again, 30 or local. We are in the 57 or 51 range. Let's look at who went in division. First person to go in division against us is Tetaroa going to the Saints. That's obviously a big pickup for them. I really feel like they're going to go quarterback there. Jalen Walker to the Falcons would obviously be a problem. And, of course, Malachi Starks falling to the Bucs. Big problem for us. We end up going and getting Walter Nolan, who I think is one of the best prospects in this draft, especially for Carolina, especially at 26. Now, obviously, if I would have just picked somewhere here, then we could have had Jahad Campbell, who, to be honest, I might regret a little bit because I do believe in Jahad Campbell more than I believe in Jalen Walker. Even here, Jalen Walker going to the Falcons, I feel like is a miss. And this guy going to the Rams would be an absolute win. Gray Zabel, I like. Pierce going there is a great one. Siobhan Ravel becoming a CB1 up in Buffalo is amazing. I don't believe in Ezaraku, but if somebody can make him work, it is going to be the Chiefs. And Emeka Egbuka going to the Eagles. Makes no sense, but who cares? It's an amazing opportunity for them. It also realizes is that here the Browns took Travis Hunter and then immediately took Jalen Milroe. Interesting. Omarion Hampton and Will Johnson for the Raiders. Luther Burden and Cam Ward. Benjamin Moore, I think is the cornerback. Donovan Jackson ends up in division. Xavier Watts and Trayvon Henderson both go to the Bears. Kenneth Grant. So that's Kenneth Grant and Jalon Walker both going in division. Both going to the Falcons. That's a problem for us. Trey Harris. Obviously, we got some options here. So we picked 51 and 57 with just the Bucs in there somewhere. So we need somebody that's going to help us out long term. Cornerback, OC, safety, edge, wide receiver. Now, obviously, we have already taken Walter Nolan at defensive tackle. I'm probably taking Trey Amos here and hoping and praying that Jalen Noel is there. Really. Amos, Royals went there. Oh, yes, let's go. Reject. I do not care. We are taking Jalen Noel out of Iowa State. I think he would be a great opportunity. Obviously, Quinshawn Judkins would be nice. Princely could be interesting. Jaden Higgins. Again, when we're looking at this 57 pick, Jalen Noel is one of the guys that we brought in for a 30 visit, so this makes complete sense. Jalen Noel, you become a Carolina Panther in our 3-round mock draft. Again, I'm just kind of doing this first one based off of this. I'm really looking at the idea that Edgar Salmingo Jr. found for us that 8 of 9 people were 30 visited or local visited. Oh, God, we're in a tough spot all over. I would actually trade in division to get a Tampa Bay third next year. Jaden Higgins, Porter, Ozzy Trapilo. I'm willing to take the risk. And, of course, I lose out. The tackle goes to the 49ers. Jaden Higgins. Shuck becomes a Seahawk. Interesting one. Interesting. Now, obviously, here, I really want to go here. I really want to go Jared Wilson. Coming over here, though, I need to be realistic of what we were looking at. So we are looking at Odejo, who I think was already taken. Birch, Deontay Walker. Yeah, I'm probably going to go defense here. I'm probably going to look at edge. Jordan Birch, Kyle Kennard, 93 though. Chris Paul. Bowman. Jalen Reed's going to be the guy I really want later on, or Malachi Moore. Alfred Collins is not worth taking 2 defensive tackles in this draft. I just can't do it. Okay, going back to this, if I really have to go off of here, Shamar Turner's another guy we looked at. Let's actually look at the next tier. Ozzy's gone. Terrence Ferguson is gone. Quincy Riley, RJ, Jonas Sanker. There's Walker. There's Turner. I'm taking Jared Wilson, the center out of Georgia. That was my last pick in this draft. Let's see how it all ends up. And, of course, I'm going to be sure to post this up on Twitter here soon after. I really want to get everybody's idea. Obviously, this is not building for now. This is building for down the road. Jordan Birch. Wow, he traded back in. Okay. Full results. I'm going to we're going to screenshot all this real quick. Boom. Yeah, posting up an article about this on our free Substack here in a little bit. But I want to just flip this out. Let's restart this. I'm going to do a full 7-rounder. We're going to do normal. I'm going to do full trades and everything. This is 100% on me. Not going to be looking at Edgar stuff at all. So let's get into this. Boom. 7 rounds. Building it how I want the team to be built for my Carolina Panthers. Okay. So again, this one's 100% me. This is if Nick of Roll Coverage built this team. Right now, we obviously have a ton of problems on both sides of the ball. So out of this one, interesting. I'm going to trade out of this. I'm very curious on why I didn't get a trade. So I'm going to trade out of this and try and get down to the, I think it's the Rams. Nope. I'm going to try and get down to the Colts at 14. 14, 8. I'll give you 57 and 45 and 114. Boom. There we go. I'm down with this trade. Okay. You want to hop back in the first round, Cleveland? I'm for sure going to get rid of that one. Reject. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at first. Cam Ward, Abdul Carter. I feel like this right here, for the most part, until we get to the Raiders, is about right. Will Campbell would make sense for them. Tyler Warren is taken from Penn State. They end up taking them. Jalon Walker, Tetaroa. Wow. Mike Green. Oh, these are amazing picks for y'all. But, of course, we're looking at cornerback, edge, and all that other stuff. We're obviously able to get an edge pretty high up here. Mykel Williams at 20 would probably be the play. So let's propose a trade with the this is going to be an interesting one. I probably need to go with Denver. Trade 14 and 20 for this, and I'll give you guys a 6 down. So I'll have us trade back 6 picks there to go up 6 picks plus a 6. I'll also give you 163. How about that? Trade accepted. Sweet, we move back to 20. Jahad Campbell and Mykel both. You know what? Move back 3 spots for the guy that was already taken. Yep, let's reject both of these, or all of these. Okay. So obviously there's a lot of guys that went off the board and guys that I really wish we could have taken. Derek Harmon is an interesting one. Shamar is going to have a terrible career. Golden to there makes absolute sense. Jihad or Michael were the two guys I was really hoping would fall down a little bit more, but not. Walter Nolan and Barron are all out. If I'm going to be honest here, let's see. Oh, Malachi Starks, Booker, and Mika Egbuka. Taking a Mika Egbuka. I'm sorry. I need to give my quarterback a weapon. I'm going to reject this as well. I'm going to take Carson here. He makes the absolute most sense for this team. We're getting into this here. Reject. TJ Sanders. Alfred Collins. Jarrett Wilson. I really need a corner, though. Really bad. Quincy Riley can wait. 132. Okay. I don't want Sanders. Let's again look and see what we got. I got a wide receiver and a linebacker. I probably need an edge presence or something like that. Or I just need to accept that I'm not going to be able to blitz the quarterback a whole lot this year. And I'm going to take Jarrett Wilson. Again, shoring up that center position for hopefully the next few decades. I'm going to accept that to move back. Oh. And Ollie, Matt Bryant, Jack Sawyer at edge. Give me Jack Sawyer at edge. I don't care what anybody says. I believe in Jack Sawyer. Oh, we're even able to get something else down here. Davian Jones, Malachi Moore, RJ Harvey. There are some solid guys down here. Dylan Gabriel, David Neal. I guess I need to go look at defense again because I think Homeboy's gone. Yep, he is. I guess I'm just rolling out my corners after that. At this point, you really need to get an edge. Fadil Diggs, Savion Jones. I'll probably take Jones here. 148. I'm going to accept this to move back. Reject. What's 2 spots? Who cares? Again, we still got some options here. I got 2 edges in Jack Sawyer and Savion Jones. Jarrett Wilson to shore up our center. I would love to go get an edge presence right now. Fadil Diggs, or I'm sorry, not edge. We already got 2 of those. Oh, I don't want to go running back. Don't think it's worth it. Malachi Moore, I'm probably going to take because I need a safety. Jack Kaiser out of Notre Dame. Seth McLaughlin out of there. Anus Peebles. Did I already take a defensive tackle? I'm going to let him fall a little bit. Who's our next pick after this? Our next pick is 230. I don't think I have a choice. So it's either going to be Jack Kaiser or Peebles. Kaiser, I feel like, could be a really solid linebacker. I've already got Schweissiger, though, so maybe Peebles will give some help in the center or in the center area. We're obviously getting down to a lot of guys being taken. Where is our last pick? It is 230. Standard. This is a tough one. Ooh. Trevor Etienne. Ooh. Go take Shiloh. Nazir Stackhouse. I'm not going to lie here. I'm probably taking an offensive player or a really just hope and pray kind of guy. Linebacker, there's really nobody I love. I do not want to go out and get... Oh, there's another Jalen Walker. Not really a fan of anybody here at edge. I already took 2 edges. I already took a defensive tackle, and there's nobody here that I love. Let's look at running back. I would take ETN if I'm going to be honest. Donovan Edwards out of Michigan could be interesting. I just don't feel like he's fast enough for what the team wants to do. I really like Jimmy Horn Jr. So you know what? We're just going to go Jimmy Horn Jr. Be done with this. Oh, shit. I got another one. Caden Briscorn, Benjamin. Bryson Nesbitt. Touchdowns, blah, blah, blah. Often lining up to exploit coverage methods. Limited experience, effectiveness, and inline blocker, and may restrict his role in offensive schemes. Oh, he is the other guy that we drafted. He's essentially Jatavian Sanders, Dalton Cooper, Crenshaw Dixon. He has a prototype size and build. Penalized eye-popping 26 times in his college career. Has been 11 times in a single year in 2022. Flowed out of his stance at all. Skilled pass rushers. Doesn't have a violent stab and isn't a physically dominant. Okay, so we don't want him. I need these guys from like big schools. I feel like these tackles, these guards, these everybody like that are guys that we really need to like get from those massive schools. Willie Lampkin, first team All-American, highlighting his known as technical proficiency. You know what? Willie Lampkin it is. Give me a guard. Give me somebody that can build this offensive line for longer. I think this is an interesting choice for this team overall. We end up getting a second next year, future wide receiver 1, linebacker number 1, center number 2 to train, probably going to end up being center number 1, 2 edge rushers, a starting safety, backup defensive tackle to assist in the run stop room, Jimmy Horn Jr., and of course, Willie Lampkin out of North Carolina. That second pick for next year is going to help us out as well. Again, we're going to go back and look at that first opportunity. We obviously traded out of there and then traded back down here. We ended up trading out again after we lost both of these guys and ended up getting back in here. So we went boom to boom to boom. Or actually, it was 8 to 14 to 24. I just don't feel like I did bad. Obviously, I would have loved to trade up into the second. I could have taken Siobhan Revelle over him. Not a fan of Scorton. I don't really feel like guard is the place to go this year. Kenneth Grant at 32 was amazing for them. Milrow going there. Luther Burden, I like some of these ones. Again, being able to grab that linebacker at 51 is amazing. I honestly think he's going to go before 51. One of the other things I like to do in these drafts is look at who went in division again. So in division, we have got Holston Loveland, Michael Williams, and Ashton Genty. So obviously that is worst case scenario for us. One of the best tight ends, the best running back, and arguably one of the best edge rushers, all going in division. Now, second round, we are going back to look at Donovan Jackson, a very good offensive guard out of Ohio State. Trey Amos, in my opinion, one of the best corners in the league. Let's see. Maxwell Hairston, I like a lot. He could be absolutely beneficial to any team he goes to. And now let's look at round 3. We end up getting Jaden Higgins goes in division as well. Jared Wilson comes to us, so we shore up that center position for the next decade. Andrew Mbuka, I like. Feel like we got the better Buka. Lantham Ransom, I like the name. Pretty dope name. And obviously, it doesn't look like I see a Falcons logo, so they don't have a third-round pick. Okay. You know, to be honest, who I felt like cooked in this draft, and I feel like I wish I could look at their draft only, is the Rams. Nick Scorton, so if anybody can make anything happen with him, it's them. Come through here. No Rams picking the second. Rams picking the third. Miles Frazier, the guard out of LSU. That would be amazing for them. Then we come back down here. Corey Black. Again, I feel like he's going to do well. Dylan Sampson. Teddy Buchanan. Jabbar Muhammad. Mitchell Evans. Felt like there was somebody else they got that just like blew my mind. Hey, that's just a solid draft overall. You know what the other one I want to look at? I just did the 7-round mock draft for my Carolina Panthers, and one that kind of looks interesting is the Cowboys draft. In fact, I'm a big fan of TJ Jefferson over on the Rich Eisen show. You can't see it behind me. I've got a signed Rich Eisen thing right there. He is one of my favorites, and you know what? I got to make TJ a little happy. So let's go look at what the Cowboys did. First round, taking Mike Green at 12, one of the best edge rushers in college football. Second round, going to get into tackle out of Oregon, Josh Connerly Jr., and again, another great pickup for the Cowboys. Coming into that third round, Byshaw Tootin out of the running back out of Virginia Tech is an interesting pick, especially in the third. I feel like you guys could have gone somebody else, especially when you see who comes later. Fourth round, Jackson Slater, good pickup to kind of start rebuilding that offensive line, or at least continue to put it up at a high level. Fadil Diggs, I like. Is he related to Trevon Diggs? Probably not. But it's an edge out of Syracuse, so that might help. Marcus Tate, the guard out of Clemson. Round 6, Taj Brooks, taking another running back out of Texas Tech, as well as you took 3 running backs, Jarquez Hunter, Taj Brooks, and Byshaw Tootin. That is a lot of running backs. I'm not sure what the Cowboys are doing, but hey, it's running back by committee, I guess. They also go out and get Kyle McCord in the 7th round. What a pickup for them. And finally finishing out with a 4th running back, Phil Maffa, and 5th running back, Trevor Etienne. I don't know really what happened in this draft. I guess, Pro Football and Sports Network just decided to run the ball forever with the Cowboys. I obviously don't feel like this is a realistic one, but hey, that's definitely a draft for y'all. Definitely a draft. But as a Carolina Panthers fan, I really want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Emeka Egbuka, Carson Jarrett, Jack Savion, Malachi Ennis, Jimmy, Willie Lampkin, and of course we get a 2nd round next year. I feel like this is the way that we should approach this draft. There's so much opportunity. But I really want to know your thoughts. Where does Carolina go from here? And where do we kind of do everything? So let's also go on to another one. We'll go on NFL Draft Buzz. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a 3-rounder. I'm going to do my Carolina Panthers only Draft Buzz rankings. Sure. Let's do that. Regular trades are on. CPU to CPU trades are fine. Number 2 is random. I'm going to do a warp speed. We're going to do 2025. I'm not going to select all. And we're going to hit enter draft. Okay. Let's start the draft. Oh, hold on. 1430, 2nd, 3-5, and Adonai Mitchell. Oh, I'm accepting that trade. You're going to give me Dorian Williams. I'm going to reject all those. So when we come back here, this is absolutely not happening, by the way. Shedeur Sanders is not going number 1. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter. It doesn't matter. It's kind of getting the same guys out. Jackson Dart goes to the Jets. Barron goes to the... Wow, this is an interesting one. Banks falls all the way to 10. This is an amazing draft for a lot of people. Look at that. We trade down to the 14, and I still have my pick of anybody I want. Let's see what this has. Setting the stage. Nope, don't need any of this stuff. Okay. Now, obviously, we have a lot of places to go with this. I personally am looking at edge just because no real edge people. Like, look, edge, defensive line, edge. Or linebacker, and I take Jahad Campbell. I would like to trade back to 18 to the Seahawks. We have a previous relationship with their front office. Add this to the pick. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Apparently I can't do trades. So here I guess I'm just going to go with the best possible available player. I don't feel like Shamar is that guy. I just don't. I don't feel like taking a corner this high either is the way to go. I really wish we could trade back in this. Actually, screw it. We're just going to reset the whole thing. Everything is the exact same. Give me the Panthers. I'm going to do warp speed. So consensus rankings. Enter draft. Start draft. Boom. We are down to here. You're still willing to give me... And you're still willing to give me a guard. 24, first, pick 1, round 5, round 1, 2026, round 2, and a round 4. So you're willing to give me a first this year, a first next year. I'm going to accept this Vikings trade if I'm going to be honest. The Houston Texans are willing to give me Stephon Diggs. He'll give me a 1, 2, and a 5, a 1, and an Ed Oliver. I can't do it. I can't do it to a division guy. Sorry. Okay, let's go back up here. Let's see what you guys are looking at. Travis Hunter is still on the board? Oh, I don't even need to look at this. It's Travis Hunter. Andre Sweat. I'm not going to lie. Let's go. We end up going all the way down to 74. I also get... I took that to Andre Sweat. Travis Hunter. And is still there. Kyle Kennard is still there. Jihad is still there. I'm taking him. Dude, there's no way that happened. This is insane. I can't do this. I need to leave it on Draft Buzz rankings because consensus makes no sense for anybody. What the hell is happening? Seconds per rank. Okay, start. Let's see what happens. Taking this because I don't like Christian Kirk. I'm not going to trade with the Texans. I'm willing to trade down to this, actually. You're going to give me... And this offer from the Cleveland Browns is no joke. Second round, first pick, 33, this, and a future 1. I just don't know if I can do it, man. I really like this one just going down a little bit. I'm going to accept the Cowboys trade because, to be honest, that's really where I want to trade first. I definitely don't want Christian Watson. Ooh, Christian Watson and a first? 2 firsts? A 1, a 2, 3, a 6, and a 6. I'm not going to lie. I'm accepting this trade. Move down in a big way. Michael Igbuka, Mike Green, Tetaroa, Golden, Grant. All those guys are gone. I'm going to reject all these. We have to pick now. So far, we have amassed quite a bit. Cowboys obviously take Genty. We're able to get Christian Watson. We get the first 23 pick. And again, so much more. First round pick next year as well. And to be honest, we got it at a really great price. Connerly Membo. Wyatt Milam going so high. Interesting. Okay. So here I'm looking at edge first. I love James Pierce right here. 23, 44, 57, 74. So whoever I take here needs to be worth it. I'm taking Jihad Campbell. James Pierce becomes a Pro Bowler with the Rams. Get a second next year. I'm good. We trade back 1 for 2 4s. I'm going to accept that. Whatever. Let him take Colston Loveland. I don't give a fuck. This one has us trade back 4 picks for a 3 and a 6. This one has us trade back a ton for a second rounder next year from the Chiefs as well. 2 7s. I'm going to reject both of those. I feel like I need to take somebody here. Landon Jackson, Ezraku, Kennard, Malachi Starks, Hairston Porter, and Buka. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm taking Schweissiger here. Schweisinger. However the hell you say. Oh, no, I dropped Nolan. Shit. I could have had Walter Nolan. God damn it. I probably should have taken Walter Nolan, but you know what? We get Alfred Collins instead. Too short up that side of the ball. And again, we added a offensive piece with Christian Watson there. we really need to help out the defensive side of the ball. If I'm going to be honest right now, I'm probably looking at offensive side of the ball for this next pick. Isaiah Bond. Darian Porter, I like a lot. Castro, Birch, Scatabo. Okay, we're going to have to take a DB here. I'm going to take Porter. Darian Porter out of Iowa State. Going to be an interesting pickup for us. So again, we now pick 111, 114. So this is really where we start hitting out the big ones. 111, 114, 117, then 140, 146, 163, 204, 230. And of course, look, next year, 2026 first round. Next year, 2026 first round. Second, third, 2 4s, a 5, a 6, and a 7. So we have a lot of picks next year as well. Coming back to look at what they took. Gunnar Helm. Oh, you guys got a good one there. Solid pickups all around. Wow. The Titans take Travis Hunter, Gray Zabel. Do they have any other picks here? They don't have a pick here, it looks like, unless they traded back. UI for this, and then they take Quinn Ewers. Interesting pick. You are on the clock. I need somebody here. It's whether or not it's Mbuka or Winston. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably a Winston guy more than anything else. Dorian Strong, I like. Kobe Bryant, I like. We're obviously not taking a quarterback. Running back, RJ Harvey, LaQuint Allen. None of these guys are really worth taking this high. Hez Johnson, Torrey Holton, Jalen Lane, Kyle Williams out of Washington State. Ooh. Kyle Williams is supposed to be one of these guys that is going to really explode. If I'm looking here, oh, wow, no, I'm taking this. Yeah, I'm taking the center of the future, and I am hoping and praying that Kevin Winston falls to me at there, but of course not. He falls to the 49ers. I absolutely need a center now, or a safety. Sanker is going to be 135. Malachi Moore, 141. Our next pick after this is not going to be until 117 and then 140. So to be honest here, I'm probably looking at guard tackle, or I'm looking at, I like Jake Majors, Emory Jones, Slater, Rivers, Billy Lampkin is going to be one of the people that I try to grab later on as well. You know what? We have to take a wide receiver here. I feel like I just need to give our guy more help. Torrey Horton could be really, really, really good. Jalen Lane could be interesting. I'm going to reach for Kyle Williams here a little bit, only because I feel like there are some other guys that we can go get. Belton from NC State could be interesting. Let's see. So I need him to be a better run blocking grade. Emory Jones. I really need a guard, dude. I just feel like we're not. I obviously should have taken a guard a lot earlier if I was going to do this, but to be honest, if I'm the Carolina Panthers, I should have taken a guard last year. When it comes down, Luke, 212. Great hands, mid blocking. Okay, let me go look at Terrence Ferguson's blocking ability. Not much better. How was his blocking ability? 63 also sucks. Gadsden, 63. Not very many blocking tight ends. Interesting. Luke Lachey is 212. Terrence Ferguson's 174. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to take our... To be honest, one of these guys you're probably going to have blitz on occasion, so I'm going to take this kid here. Alfred Collins, Darian Porter, center, wide receiver for the future. Got another linebacker. Obviously, 3 linebackers. We're going to convert one of them into more of an edge rusher, or at least use him more as an edge rusher. Here later on, 5-5. Nope. For 2 7s. For a year 4. The next year, I'm going to accept that. Let's help the Cowboys out a little bit. Malachi Moore goes. I'm going to reject all of these, I'm assuming. Tyler Barron. I need to. Sanker, I like. See, Riley's going to be in. Jalen Reed's going to be an interesting one. Not 180 to 190. Where are we at now? We're 146, 163. So I got some interesting ones here. Sanker, 448. I'm actually going to take Sanker here. We don't have a safety that I've taken so far. I need a safety. That's really a place that we need help at. Tyler Batty. After this one, I'm going to do one more mock draft, just a quick one. See exactly where everything is going, where people really see this team. I have to take an edge. Quay Robinson. 4-6. Good tackling. Oh, he's a 4-star all over. Ranked as the top player in Alabama by multiple services. After contributing primarily on special teams his first 3 seasons, he emerged as an offensive playmaker. 4 sacks is special. Okay. You know what? Quay Robinson, you are a Carolina Panther. Quincy Riley. There's another corner that I feel comfortable taking this high. Or this low, whatever. Mari Harris. Still got 2 more picks to make. My thing is freaking out now. I mean, to be honest, this is a solid pickup. Jihad and Carson, Alfred Collins, Darian Porter, Jared Wilson, Kyle Williams, Odejo, Sanker, and Robinson. I don't know why it's not letting me continue, but this is a really, really good draft for us. Obviously, there's a lot of potential in other positions. It's obviously not going to let me finish this for some reason, so I'm going to try a different one. We're just going to go right back to pro football. Anybody doing any big ones? Screw it. Oh. No coverage. Let's do this. Hell yeah. Oh, I've been removed from the draft room. What was that? That's some BS. Whatever. 3-rounder. Fast. Actually, 7-rounder. Let's get this done. Okay. I am not trading the Browns. I am very interested in this trade. So for that reason, I'm trading out of it. Trade back 2 positions for a 2? I'm for sure accepting that. 2 more positions for another 2? I'm going to accept that as well. 50, 52, 92, 31. So we're obviously here now. I've traded down quite a bit. Jihad Campbell's obviously my number 1 that I really want for this team. Jalen Walker becomes a Pro Bowler as a 49er. Shamar Stewart becomes a bust as a Dallas Cowboy. Mike Green goes to the place where I think it's Blitz Bengals really wants. Matthew Golden goes in division. Tyler Warren also goes in division. Michael Williams goes in division. That's a problem for us as well. Jihad Campbell goes out to the Chargers. Starks, Eminwari, and then Tyler Booker. So here, do I want to go corner? Yes. Do I want to kind of go a bunch of different places? Yes, yes, and yes. I would love to go guard and take Gray Zabel, but I just feel like with us paying 2 guards, that's absolutely not in the cards. So for here, I'm going to take Walter Nolan. Our next pick is 51. Trade back a few and then go up. And then third. I'm going to reject both of these. Okay, so coming back to this, Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter end up there. Milrow and Travis Hunter, Cam Ward and Josh Connerly. That's actually really good for them. Siobhan Ravel becomes a Raider. He's one of my favorite cornerbacks in this draft. Trey Harris is another interesting one. Egbuka ends up in our division. God damn it. Carson's obviously gone. We can't take him, even though I like him. Hairston's very good. I like him. So we're in an interesting place here. Do I want to go wide receiver like Jalen Royals and really help out our team? Obviously, first one goes Walter Nolan. And then we're picking a little bit later. So here, to be honest, I am taking Trey Amos. It would almost be worth it, but it's in division. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, Xavier Watts, that's a tough one, again, to go in division. Trey Amos, again, one of my favorite corners in the draft. Jaden Higgins is still here, 6'4", 212. Impressive size and hands out of Eastern Kentucky. I'm going to take him. We're taking Higgins over Royals. Yep, we're going to take Higgins over Royals. Let's go. We don't take in-division trades. I will move back 3 positions. I will not move back that far. 3 positions for a 7th, not worth it. Okay, so we are here now. Denzel Burke. Ooh, wow. Let's see some of the other guys that got taken. Higgins, Royals, Quinshawn, Carter, Landon Jackson. Good choice there. Darian Porter. You guys get another great tackle there. Alfred Collins. Great landing spot for them. Odejo ends up in division. Swinson's there. So that, if that's the case, let me go look at linebackers. I'm sorry, edges. 130, Jack Sawyer will 100% be on his team. He's going to be on most of my mocks. I'm probably going to take him 111. So if that's the case, safety. I already got corner, defensive tackle, wide receiver. So corner, wide receiver. So I need to take a safety. Safety or center. Oh, I'm going to go with Kevin Winston here. Guys, fall out. Come on, get me to the pick that I need. Reject. Edge. Hell yeah, give me Jack Sawyer becoming a Carolina Panther. He's one of my guys that I just want to be on this team so bad. Going back down to here, Quincy Riley ends up in division. God damn it. Quay Robinson ends up division. Another problem. I feel like I have to go center here. Monheim Majors. He's never played more than 700 reps in his only lineup. He loses reps due to his inconsistent pad level and lack of core strength. Nope. Take Jonah Monheim. It's a little bit of a reach at 140. But to be honest, I need it because my next pick is not to 146 and then 163. You know what? I'm going to let him slide then. Let me just look at all of the available. I don't want him. I already took a safety in Kevin Winston. I don't feel like taking another one. If I do, 2 Penn State safeties might be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but the fan base would. Devin Neal. There's just so much opportunity with a lot of these guys. Jack Kaiser at linebacker. I'm trying to trade down with the Bengals. 3. I'll flip you at Carolina 5th. And then you could take 230. That's worth it. Trade back a little bit. There's nobody I really love here. 2 picks, and then I flip the 133. I'm going to deny that. So this is 146, 163, 153. Oklahoma kid. Malachi Moore. I really want to just take another one, but let's look at this. Jake. Smooth athlete, good separation and run after the catch ability, flashes body control, makes difficult catches. His tricky blocking profile makes it even more unclear. He's a good nope. Good tile, offensive lineman, quick first step, versus however, needs to improve his instincts and avoid overaggression, which is some like the missed assignments, which is not something I want. To be honest, that's what we have with Trevin Wallace, and that's not really what I want long term. Tight end, I don't feel like there's anybody really worth going after. Jalen Lane, I like, but 5'9", bro, not in the NFL. Very few guys can succeed at that level. You just need to be stupid fast. And the technically sound floor to be highlighted at the very least inconsistent if given the chance. I'm going to take this kid. Garrett Dellinger, 147. Now we're going to go to defense. I'm going to go to edge. Goddamn guy is taken, isn't it? Look at him. Supposed to be like 160, bro. Who the fuck took my guy? Jack Sawyer. Oh, I already took him. Oh, cool. I'm just slow, that's all. I'm going to take Jack Kaiser here as well. So what that ends up giving us in a future 5th for 207. I'm good. 163 here, linebacker, edge rusher. These two guys, Notre Dame, Ohio State, 2 blue blood programs that I absolutely love taking. I probably need to take another guy later on down here. Ooh. Walter Nolan and Ennis Peebles. Switch to a 4-3. Have Jack Sawyer and Jadeveon Clowney coming off the edge. You know what? I'm probably just going to take another edge here. Jared Ivey out of Ole Miss. Finishing ability. That's fine. We could probably do something with that. Give me 4 Powers Ryland. Disengage against stronger. Okay, I'm going to go with the Ole Miss kid. Walter Nolan and Jared Ivey, both from Ole Miss. We're just going to let this finish out. I feel like this is an A-plus draft right here, but I really want to know your guys' updates. Oops. Oh. Obviously, again, we traded out of the later rounds. Walter Nolan, Trey Amos, Jaden Higgins, Kevin Winston, Jack Sawyer, Dellinger, Kaiser, and Ivy. Lots of Jacks, Jareds, Jaden. Got 2 Ole Miss guys, 1, 2 Ole Miss, 3 Ole Miss guys with Amos and them. So obviously that looks like where we're going to kind of start building the team. And now this is where I really want to get into a discussion about some stuff, okay? So personally, I'm of the belief that the Carolina Panthers really messed up in 2024 in the NFL draft. The reason why I say that is because right now we are going to have the most expensive offensive line in football. And while that may not mean a whole lot to a whole lot of people, it absolutely means something for building long term. Now, obviously, establishing that trench play is how you win in the NFL, and I obviously understand the ground and pound mentality that Dave Canales is going to run. It is going to end up leading to a reduced workload for Bryce Young, so that's one thing that we also need to look at. Bryce is not going to be a 5,000-yard passer, 35 touchdowns. He's going to probably be in that 20 to 26 touchdown range on a regular basis and just be a consistently great player delivering the ball and, again, taking care of the ball, which is another Canales trait. Now, moving forwards, I would obviously like to go out there and get some guards, go out there and get some tackles, go out there and just get some other players that we really need. Looking at this draft, again, Walter Nolan on the defensive interior would be amazing. On top of that, we also add, again, fellow teammate at Ole Miss, cornerback Trey Amos. I think he's going to be one of the best, if not the best corner in the draft. Jaden Higgins is going to be fantastic. The size is something that I would love to take, especially at 57. Kevin Winston at Penn State would be amazing. The only other way that I would do this, if maybe we could get the safety out of Notre Dame. The reason why I say that is because my personal opinion is that teams need to understand the idea that Philadelphia cracked the code. And I say Philadelphia cracked the code because they were the ones that realized that if you go and get a bunch of guys that played together in college, they don't need to develop that chemistry. They already have it. We saw that by pairing a bunch of Georgia guys together. So I think schools really need to start thinking about going after a bunch of guys at one school and bringing them all to one place. So in this case scenario, we have 3 Ole Miss guys coming to the Carolina Panthers in Jared Ivey, Trey Amos, and Walter Nolan. On top of that, if we're able to get, say, the safety from Notre Dame as opposed to the safety from Penn State or the safety from Ohio State, then we can pair those with Jack Sawyer or Jack Kaiser, giving us another layer of ability. Again, they know each other. They're able to make those quick decisions that teammates are able to do. These one-and-done guys in college, for example, in basketball, are able to build chemistry with guys because they end up staying with that team for years and years and years, whereas in football, that chemistry takes years to build. In football, Trey Amos, Nolan, and Ivy automatically being out there on the field, they already know what the other guys are going to do. They've worked together. We need to pick a school. We need to pick an idea. And to be honest, if we end up going this route and picking a bunch of guys from the same school, I'm not talking about every pick. You should pick a few guys from the same school, 2 or 3 every year, and then just continue to go back to that well. So obviously next year we'd be looking at Ole Miss guys as well because they would have played with Walter Nolan this year. They would have played with Trey Amos this year. They would have played with Jack Kaiser this year. That's my opinion about where the Carolina Panthers should be, but I want to know your thoughts. What is your thoughts on where we should go in this draft? Obviously, I've done a few mock drafts today. This one is one of my favorites. Again, adopting the idea that you need to take players all from the same school. You need to get guys that have chemistry already. You need to be able to put them into your system, and that's how they are day one starters. That's how they come in here and really affect it because they know what the other guys around them are going to do. Now, obviously, getting used to the system, guys that are system players and everything like that would be amazing. But this was my opportunity to draft. And again, I do it all the time. My name is Nick. This is Roll Coverage. We're getting close to the end of the stream, but I just want to say thank you to anybody that made it out to the stream. I absolutely love doing this. It's been a passion of mine for a long time. Now that we're in draft season, a full week away from the draft, which I am going to be live streaming, not here on the channel, but I will be making appearances on other shows. So if you have any questions, make sure to send them to me on Twitter. Make sure you put it in the comments here on YouTube. I just cannot thank you enough. And again, Roll Coverage is doing it every week, Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing at least an hour to start. I tried to do that all 22 yesterday, but the stream got taken down. So no all 22 breakdowns on the channel until I can figure out how to do that. So in the meantime, we're just going to kind of be going over draft profiles, working out where we should go, where other teams are going to go. And again, the one thing that I want every Carolina Panthers fan to think about, or any fan of any team, when you look at these mock drafts, find out who goes in division. If you end up in a division with Mykel Williams, Abdul Carter, or a bunch of different pass rushers, you're going to need to be able to stop them. So you need to invest in guards and I think that that's one thing that we don't really look at. We're like, oh, okay, it's fine if Tataroa falls to, say, for example, the Saints before they had this Derek Carr situation. If a absolutely stellar offensive player goes in division, it makes your life so much harder, and we need to be able to prepare for that. Defense is a big one, but like Chris Collinsworth said, Dave Canales has a quick way to get fired, and that is to not have a potent offense, so I need him to go out there and get some offensive guys. I feel like Higgins could help. Dellinger could absolutely help shore up that line, and of course, he gets this entire year to develop behind Lewis and Hunt. Oh, excuse me. And then obviously on this one, we get Denver, the Chargers, and Minnesota's second-round pick next year. That could be absolutely amazing, especially when you look at the 2026 class. There are so many opportunities. And again, Ole Miss might have some interesting ones coming out as well. So make sure you comment, make sure you follow, make sure you share it to all your friends. My name is Nick. This has been Roll Coverage, the home of sports for sports' sake. #1 Rich Eisen fan in the world. Make sure you guys have a great day. Make sure you follow, subscribe, do the whole bit. I cannot thank you enough. My name is Nick. This has been Roll Coverage. Hopefully you have a great rest of the day. Peace.